Pokemon Horizons Episode 19 just finished airing, and this series is really keeping up the streak of fantastic episodes. I have a lot to say about this episode after our brief recap, so make sure to stick around until the very end. But now let's recap it real quick. Basically, years ago, Murdock used to be besties with a dude called Mitchell, and they even used to share a milkery who would help them bake cakes. It's honestly kind of like they were co-parents over the adopted baby milkery. It was so cute, dude. Back then, Murdock would make only pink cakes, and Mitchell would make only green cakes. Not gonna lie though, I'm team pink cake, dude. I don't know, something about a green cake doesn't sound super appetizing to me. What about you guys though? What team are you? But anyway, then Milkery evolved into a pink Alcremie, and I'm sure you can see where this is going. Alcremie could help a ton with Murdock's pink cakes, because Alcremie was pink itself, but it couldn't help a lot with Mitchell's green cakes, because obviously pink cream on green cakes would not go very well. So yeah, Mitchell got big mad and big sad about being left behind by Alcremie and Murdock, and then because of this, a major argument happened between Murdock and Mitchell, which kind of ended their friendship. And honestly, dude, this is a really valid cause of friction between two characters. Milkery is a living, breathing being that once shared its love between Murdock and Mitchell. They were like co-parents, like I said, but then Milkery evolved and suddenly fully favored Murdock and didn't really have any time for Mitchell. It's 100% valid for Mitchell to be upset about it, man, even if he handled it in the wrong way. I just really love character conflicts that feel real and justified, you know? So yeah, that's the backstory of the episode out of the way, and now in the current day of the episode, the Rising Volt Tacklers arrived in Galar, and I'm not gonna lie, dude, it kind of feels weird seeing them explore Galar and the cities in all of the ways that we kind of wish Ash got to in Pokemon Journeys, you know? But anyway, Liko Roy and Murdock went to a battle cafe where they met Murdock's enemy Mitchell, and Murdock and Mitchell still hate each other and refuse to talk to each other, but then they suggested a battle to settle their differences. Murdock and Liko versus Mitchell. And can I just say, dude, Murdock is a genius battler, man. I never would have expected it, but some of his strategies with Alcremie were really smart, man. But then, halfway through the battle randomly turned into a bake-off, with Murdock and Mitchell competitively baking cakes. And then, in the end, Murdock and Mitchell become friends again because they're both popping off as bakers in their own way. They both made amazing cakes even without each other, you know? Oh yeah, and Kabu, the gym leader, showed up in the final scene too. That was a really long recap, but backstory episodes have so much detail in terms of plot and character interactions, and I really didn't want to forget anything important, you know? But yeah, this episode was brilliant, dude. One thing that I was saying in our Discord server earlier is that the structure and the setup of Pokemon Horizons allowed this episode to happen in a really great way. You see, Pokemon Horizons has a massive cast of main characters, and that means the episodes that would have normally felt fillery or forgettable in Ash's seasons, they get to be really great character focus episodes in Pokemon Horizons. For example, today's episode, if it was in Ash's seasons, probably would have just been Ash visiting a random battle cafe and having a random battle against a random character of the day. It would have been forgettable and non-significant. It probably would have just blended in with every other fillery episode, you know? But now, with Pokemon Horizons, because there's such a huge cast of characters, it could use the premise of today's episode to fully focus on a side character and their backstory instead. It could make the story of the episode important for a main character's backstory and development. It could focus on a main character's previous rival and their Pokemon, and doing all of that, building on a main character through this episode, that made it feel so much more important and memorable and significant in a way that it probably would have never felt with Ash Ketchum, you know? And can I just say, dude, this was a great backstory for Murdock. I really loved seeing his angry side. I loved seeing how much he loves and cares for Alcremie. This episode added a ton to his character and made me appreciate him much more, kinda similar to how last week's episode did to Friede. And also, in general, this episode was really fun and entertaining. It had a great premise. This was a great one, man, and I really hope Horizons keeps up this streak in the future. Let me know your thoughts on this episode below, and be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. It really helped me out a lot. And now, thank you all so much for watching, and best wishes until we meet again.